Wholeness and Balance Vibrations family. Let me be the first to welcome you as a reflection of you. I am Curtis Aru, and this is the OneTribe podcast, home of the Daily Spectrum Resonance, where we share solutions relating to physical, mental, and spiritual well-being with sovereignty as our goal. We discuss what works with adept guests and tribe. No theory, just raw, unapologetic truth, because truth is nature, and we honor her gifts. So leave your shoes at the esoteric door as we make soul connections with every step forward. Let's keep vibing in resonance at top speeds because the portal is now open. Wholeness. Testing. Okay, sound was off. Okay, on mute. Wholeness and Balance Vibrations family. I trust you well. Vibing in resonance. Today we coming through sharing some resonance of what's been going on in the current, in my particular spectrum, and that has been connecting a lot of dots that I believe and I know that is beneficial to all those who have ears to hear and eyes to see. And without further ado, we diving into the space today and we're talking about dreams, and the dream I had. And in this dream, things began to start making themselves a little bit more clear. You know, and in this space, and I'll read it out for you because I wrote it down as soon as you woke up. And you know how dreams work. As you get in deeper realms of sleep, we are multidimensional beings, so you go into another space that you're not necessarily there in the physical. You can see, you can hear, you can even taste sometimes, travel different places in real time, with a different type of vehicle, we'll say. And as you go through these dreams, as you get more, we call it lucid dreaming, when you know that you're dreaming within the dream and you operate as such, so you can kind of look around, scope the scenery, engage with those in the dream, and go on adventures. As your mastery grows, and some people kind of just naturally does it. And I'm one of those who I'm getting my bearings and actually getting it, make sure I do what's needed to be done to fuel my space, to fuel my dream body. So within this dream, and it's something I don't have every day. I'd be lucky sometimes if I have a couple a month, and I'm getting more actively and actually doing some things. I have some dream elixir that I got from Secret Energy. I'll share the link down below that is actually aiding me in the space. So in this dream, a team was actually showing me something that I could only reference as like a motherboard. And showing me some amazing technology that connected people's vibrational essence. And the image I had was, let's say, like a huge call center. When NASA, they have they got one ship going up and they have like a number of people there on the floor responsible for different components of the ship, the hull, the engine, computers, somebody's checking the astronauts' vitals and everything as they prepare to leave this particular space. So imagine it's a floor of its beings, with this technology. So again, with this amazing technology, they was able to see the essence of people and their vibrational essence. But I could only hear within the reference as I began to realize I was lucid dreaming. I would listen. I was hearing they were speaking on women in particular, and coming online. And they mentioned the Pacific name, as I began to tune in, and how she was connected and now online, and how she was, there was another man there who was holding space for her, like kind of like of a guardian, like a sister or like a father would. And now she's aware, like say, 'cause she's on the frequency. And they were kind of like, it was like a celebration type thing. It's like a small celebration. It was like kind of like a tick, a tally on the board, basically, saying that now we have more coverage, kind of like a phone company type thing. And the conversation on the background was just confirming like her age, her Earth age, the region that she came online in, and like the case or something like that. And there's just within the dream, there's such a thin like meniscus. It's like the tension above water, that level between dimensions and time. And later expressing like my role in the dream, and expressing my role on the motherboard. And it was like a headquarters, or like a ship preparing, like a quantum leap, going through it. And but it was about like human timing and being in certain ratios of coming online on the planet. So I was just sitting, let's say, as the observer, checking out the space. And within the space, after I came back, I began to write it down. When you come up from the dream, you kind of got to write it down pretty quick, because as, let's say, these light codes coming in from this dimension, they're the programming of, let's say, the reality that we're in currently. And it would change. You will forget the other dream because you're on a new code now. You're in a new pattern. The sun is pretty dominant here, and so I think of it as like, maybe you have some headphones on and you're listening to music in your earbuds, and then you go into a store or a party or something like that, and there's another dominant song that's there, so you kind of lose track of what you were listening to, and you kind of just go into that new dominant frequency if you can't hold on to that space. And this is amazing, because this wasn't the first time this had actually happened. It was actually, let's say we're going through the front door, as within the meditation, when I was able to go into a new space of consciousness within meditation. And I remember as I was coming up, let's say, or we'll say, into a new space, I was like greeted. I was like waited on, okay, like he's coming on, like step back, he's coming, like, or it's coming, and not to go more up in that space, but this, I say all that to say, we have a grid here that we must be aware of on the dimension. And I'll pull up an image here that shows this grid. And another site that let me see if I get. Okay, this image here is actually by I'll show his name in a sec, but it's a grid of ley lines. And for those who's not familiar with ley lines are basically energy vortexes of the earth, where energy is high, we'll say. And let me make sure I got all my things up. Okay, where energy is high. And let me see, take it down a bit. So this is North America here. It's a full map. I trust that you can see this on your end. Just we'll keep it going. We late night, so you might be tuning in tonight. But this is a grid of ley lines, and this is North American ley lines. And these are gravitational pulls, or highlighting of different. So as above, so below. We have energy sources within our body. We call them chakras. They call them nadis. They call them, many things that our body is electric. And let's say the fruit is no different from the tree. So our mother, which we come from, the earth here has the exact same. And we just still learning out some of ours. But here in the north, let me see if the author is here. If it's in here, no, it's not. But these are different ley lines across the earth where energy sources are at a high. If you check out a lot of these ley lines, they got them as memory lines here, and they got the phi ratio there. If you check out the ley lines, many of these spots where these intersections are, these lines are, they are already buildings, cities, monuments, art, sitting on top of these things, cathedrals, churches, law buildings. And this is across the globe. You'll find a lot of these being covered, and if you are from North America, you can maybe check out some of this stuff. I actually got this one on Scribe. You can find it on, and I wish I could tell you the author, but if you type in ley lines, you'll be able to find it. Ley line or memory lines, you'll be able to find a map like this is a PDF. And when you look at, let's say, some of our recent past, we can find that a lot of the Aboriginal or native lands or native monuments would be here as well, some of these spaces. And I had a guy actually this week. His name is Ras Ben. Supreme Brother Ras Ben is a scholar of high caliber. I had the privilege of sitting in one of his lectures, and within this lecture, he spoke on his journey, getting to the space he's in now, and understanding and decoding wherever he was living at the time. And particularly, he had lived in DC. And DC is, appreciate you, fam. DC is layered with mathematics. These things are built to spec. They are built in alignment with the cosmos. They are built. Actually, I dive into it. So he was talking about mounds. He has a book called Free Your Mind, and he spoke on how these energy sources were direct connection to the ancestors, where the ancestors would, let's say, you would be connected with 3 types of energy, and one energy being a nature, the netter, the grid, the mother. Another one would, let's say, spiritual connections there with your ancestors, and third he mentioned was the celestial connection, because these mounds and grids are directly connected to the heavens or the celestial bodies above, and we say as above, so below. So we find, I'm actually in South Carolina, and here it's a number of things. And when we talk about our recent past and ancient past, we actually got to break down. We are ancient people. Just to keep it straight with you, we are ancient, as in people has been here for hundreds of thousands of years. There's been humans here of different variations and straight up. And the fact that our history is continuously hidden or forgotten is not by chance. I'm sure you have many, many questions, or you've gotten many, many answers from those questions about some of our ancient past, as we say, and the phenomenons of the world that comes with them. How, let's say, for example, in Kenya, where the water runs, in this particular space in Kenya, in East Africa, where water flows upward, how the pyramids were built, how, I think I have another one here with it has. So the greatest form of flattery is mimicking and mimicry. So we see a lot of this mimicry done in within technology. So I find that image here. But done within technology where that's not it. Done within technology where they try to mimic the earth and the body. And let's say for the camera, for example, camera is your eyes, your computer, processors, that's your brain, engines, I say this is your heart, pumping out all these pistons. These things It's the greatest form of flattery when we try to mimic nature, and but we forget the world history in which we engage upon, and we forget. And they say if you don't know your history, you're doomed to forget it. It just works like that. You forget it because you're not tapped into the space. And this particular grid, now pull this down in a sec, where see if I find it again. Let's see. So if you can, I can zoom in. If you're in North America and you want me to zoom into a space that was near you, so you can get a better look at it, just let me know in the chat and I'll do that for you. Let me see here. So going back to my brother Ras Ben. You can find him at rasben.com. I think that link is in the description, where he decodes Philadelphia in one of his books. But since he was in South Carolina, he did us the honor of beginning to decode South Carolina. And this was, amazing, to walk by a number of monuments or different grids or things that you kind of might just take advantage of just because you're there. And it happens sometimes. Even kids don't really know like their worth, like because they kind of get it from nature, or mom and daddy kind of just gives it to you, and you didn't have to work for it or do any research there to live there. And so within, let's say I'm in South Carolina here, and let me see if I can zoom in a bit more. And this right here is as a Scribe. It's a PDF from Scribe, where I'm here. This is the city that I'm in. It's near the capital here, and this is directly aligned with this star here, and these alignments here with this thing here is actually aligned with the Appalachian Mountains that goes through, as you see, parts of Tennessee, South Carolina, and in Georgia, goes up to Virginia. And I think this actually one of these is in Asheville, North Carolina. Asheville, North Carolina is, has amazing energy. We actually had the pleasure of doing some crystal mining there, where we went to a space called Hiddenite, and we even have Hiddenite crystal there. But understanding that these mounds that we find, a lot of them in North America, are ancient technology that has been forgotten, we'll say, because these were the ways to communicate in a multitude of ways, connecting the timelines, for example, connecting to your ancestors. So a lot of these mounds particularly were definitely energy sources for the earth, and they were also burial grounds, you will find. So burial grounds where there would be Aboriginal ancestors there. They would bury them there and give thanks there. Come there to pay reverence to. Give them back to the earth in which they came, their ancestors there. Go there to do their honorings, and give thanks, like I said. And they would also have ceremonies there where they would connect their stories. And as you probably heard that we're storytelling people, where many things, most of the history wasn't necessarily written. It was told orally and passed down through stories, and some of these things were lost and purposely eradicated to cut the circuit. And understanding these, what's the word for? I think the word is Baktun, something like that. Where we talked about times that we're in, knowing the times that we're in, based on the celestial bodies and the stars. This year, as in 2020, had a number of celestial happenings this year, conjunctions, from Pluto and Saturn conjunct, Pluto, Jupiter, Neptune. If you check it out, the conjunctions this year, and you'll realize the alignments that align with this year hasn't happened in, let's say, 3,000 years, some 26,000 years, where we're perfectly aligned with times. And actually, you being here in this particular time means that you are coming full circle on some ancestral journey, either to make it right, and actually it is to make it right, to come into balance, or let it stay going again and let it keep going without you moving forward with the actions of the knowledge that you've learned or are learning, or now taking the opportunity to dive into what's really going on in here in the planet, and tapping into some of the ancient technologies that are available for you right outside your home. And knowing these secrets, or knowing that the cosmos is within you, the Supreme is within you, your DNA is the same throughout the cosmos, and that you are a part of the cosmos, just stopping through the universe, come through the university here, and you go through these courses and cycles. Life is cyclic, so you find yourself going through cycles and going through different things, and you're supposed to learn from these things. Shout out to Seven on Beaumont. Much love, you must be in my spirit, bro. Shout out to Saturn. Saturn is one of those slow moving wisdom, the wise, getting things in order to move forward through life as you continue to expand. And as you can see right here on this, I got a couple pictures up here, and my Hydrolux rocking. Couple pictures up here. One of them is of cymatics, and how sound has shapes. So you'll see that. Actually, my bad. This is right here to my left here. You will see that these are called cymatics. The cymatics are the shapes that sound makes. Cymatics are the shapes that sound makes. Much love, give thanks. The shapes that sound makes. And so any sound, my voice, your voice, a dance, a song, it has a particular vibration. And you will find that this is not new. It might be new to the consciousness of some of us, and it's coming back to the forefront of our consciousness, so now we're more aware of it. But these ancient technologies allowed one to move through time space, allowed one to generate a current based on an utterance, manifest something based on the words, the tones and vibrations that equated what they wanted to manifest. Thus, using languages that are more efficient, more defined, to say exactly what you want to say. No confusion. And I'm not going to get into this today, but knowing that every sound, every part of the body has a frequency. When they come together, they have a certain chord or harmony. And when these are in harmony, your body's rocking out optimally. Your chakras have a tone and frequency they represent. You can find that on Secret Energy Cosmic Calendar, where you can now have that information there with each day, each planet. And actually, I had this cymatic up here, and I had the Ennealogy rotating up here. In Ennealogy, those patterns, I had to holler at my bro Seven, but those look just like cymatics, and I'm sure that they are some type of geometric pattern right there. So if you haven't heard of Ennealogy, check it out. Again, self-omniscience allows you to unlock your uniqueness based on your ma'at, or your math, or your frequencies, and the celestial influences that you are connected to. So check that out. This is a major resources for humanity that we are sharing within Secret Energy, and that you can benefit from it. And as I continue with the mounds and the ley lines. So as I went back to the dream, so let's say this is, and I thought I had that browser up. Let me see one more time, family. Give me 1 second. Yeah, check it out, and let me check and see if anybody said anything about the seeing their particular part of the world a little closer. Where is the chat box? Chat, check it out. Chat it out. Okay, smooth. Alright, home family. Actually, we ain't gonna keep this too long. We're just gonna YouTube is not receiving enough video. Maintain smooth streaming. Such viewers are experiencing buffering. Okay, appreciate that. Oh, that moved too. I'm sorry. Man, this thing is so finicky. Alright, so with the where was I going? I was going to show you. We have here mounds, pyramids that directly show you how these things are like motherboards that I downloaded. I did. Okay. Let me see if I can drag this image. Right here for you. Come through. Give me a couple seconds. I'm gonna leave you with this, family. If it'll come up for me. Alright, let me see if I can grab this. Come on. I'm gonna leave you with a song too, my people, my family. If I can get this thing to act right for me, I can get this last picture up on it and let you go on to rest, and hopefully you get some lucid dreams on your journey. And it is not coming up. So where can I find that image? Sorry for the delay, fam. Let me check my other files. Motherboard. Bam. So this is one of the images. There are a number of them, and this just happened to be one right here. So computer motherboard, the exact same outline as the pyramids. And this is just one. There are so many that I've seen, and like physically seen pictures of, and others that I've seen the outlines within ley lines and just felt the energy. Where it says right here, it's mine. Much love, good thanks. Mayan pyramids and Teotihuacan in Mexico that are lined. They look just like the motherboard. This is how energy runs. This is how circuit runs. This is technology that was a fabric of society that used these currents to communicate with say higher dimensions. To again, it's so much to go into these stories, but allow yourself to begin to know that this is you. This is a part of you. This is no different than who you are. This is your lineage. This is what the mantle that we take up on to share, to take humanity into this new space. We're in a new age. We're in a new era. So tapping into this golden era, going into the space, allowing yourself to increase your awareness and give you the motivation that this is your great grandpeoples. Mama is still talking to you, to listen. Mama will be your guide. And I leave it with this song that I got from, it's actually it's about a young girl who was adopted from the islands, the Caribbean islands. And she was then taken through a series of trainings, or a series of experiences with like 4 guides. And it was like a Broadway play. But music is my thing, so share it out. I'll leave it with this, and I hope it comes through as clear as I could. I couldn't tack in the sound perfectly, but I believe it should be enough to give you the essence. Again, so wholeness and balance vibrations, family. Hold off for this last song. It's called Mama Will Provide, and it's by a sister with amazing vocalist who just got the juice on this thing right here. And let me make sure I can get her here. I think they did an interview on like maybe a couple years ago, but it basically says "Mama will provide," and I'll see if I can get that image for you. But I'm gonna go ahead and play the sound while you're still here.
Take it away. You never been away from the sea, child. You're gonna need a helping hand. A fish has got to learn to swim on land. Walk with me, little girl, don't you be afraid. Oh, little girl, let me be your guide. Oh, pretty figure like but need a thing or two. And whatever you need, Mama will provide. Down the road, little girl, you may lose your way. Oh, in a world that may seem too wide. But the time Mama's love, and I will draw them up. And whatever you need, Mama will provide. I'll provide you moss to soften the road, rocks to sit on, trees to sleep underneath, sand for your toes, to fill up your belly, breeze your pills, grass, find a dingo, mosquitoes. Ha!
Oh, Daddy, Mama will provide when you awaken. I'll be by your side, my Daddy. I'll dance every night, and when they see you safe with me, they got to
Amazing. You can see Once on This Island on Broadway.
Much love, family. All right, so I'm gonna leave you with that. Again, so Mama will provide, meaning that nature will provide. All the essence has provided. You know, even though let's say we don't give as much thanks as we could, sharing the love, sharing the resonance, using the resources that we have to connect to our essence. To hold, they've still been holding space for us, family. They've still been holding space for us, the ancestors. So our ancestors are in the future, and the technology there is so mind-blowing that when you get there, because I know you'll get there, everything will make sense. You're gonna connect those dots before you get there, and that's why you'll be welcome into the gates, because you're gonna make the ascension yourself. So make those connections, reach out, share the love, learn where you are, mentally, physically, spiritually, and make these connections with tribes. So use some of those links down below. You can find me at OneTribe.io, and you'll also find me on Secret Energy, the first conscious social media network on the globe who is operating the way we do. And if you don't have anything, let's say you come with zero, I don't know nothing, I ain't got no bread, we got something for you. We're gonna help you build that current. And if you stagnant, if money's not a problem, if you got an assortment of wisdom that everything I talked about today, I know that, bro. Let's go deeper. We can go deeper there. I'll be one of your classmates, one of your coaches, and we can take that deep dive into the spaces. So thank you for vibing out with me. I'm Brother Curtis Saru, the reflection of you. And without further ado, I forgot to say, we have a full activation summit actually this weekend. So if you want to learn more about OneTribe events and things that we have going on this side of the globe, on our mounds, check out onetribe.io/events, and you'll find some of the things we'll be having in the future. And if you just want to check in and say hello, we'll be there. So until next time, keep vibing and resonating.